Today I'm going to cover 4 exercises for strengthening elbow and wrist connective tissue. These moves will help improve tendon strength, strengthening the elbow tendons to prevent elbow tendonitis from pull-ups and other exercises. Now, this is part 3 in our connective tissue strengthening series. And we've got an in-depth article to go along with this video, so be sure to check out the link in the description and also check out the previous 2 videos if you haven't already. Let's jump right in. Our first move is backhand weight shifts. Now you can see Eduardo doing these on concrete, but I suggest using padding as necessary. Shift the weight off of your wrists in the beginning by sitting back towards your hips. Then you can work on gradually increasing the weight so that it's up over your hands. Now, there's a fine balance between stimulation and overdoing it. So really pay attention to how your wrists are feeling. Constantly adjust as needed. Very important here. Start with less weight on your hands for 1 to 2 sets of 20 seconds and progress to more weight for 2 to 3 sets of 1 minute. So next up we have wrist flexor plyometrics, and this is where you'll emphasize landing and pushing off of your fingertips with control. Now this exercise works on the wrist flexor complex. This is associated with the so-called golfer's elbow and a common area of complaint in people that begin to do more pull-up training than they're conditioned for. Start with less weight on your hands for 1 to 2 sets of 5 and progress to more weight, about 2 to 3 sets of 10. Now our third movement here is the pronated drop and grabbing. You're going to perform this with your palm facing down and your wrist flat and gradually increasing the speed and the weight that you're using. Now this move will improve wrist extensor complex load and speed tolerance, and you can use anything from a weight plate to a weighted ball. So we suggest starting off lighter than you think and working up from there. Start with, again, less weight, and do that for about 1 to 2 sets of 5, progressing to more weight, doing 2 to 3 sets of 10. For our final movement today, we have push-up plyometrics, which you might remember from our shoulder tendon strengthening video. Watch that if you haven't already watched that. Now, these help improve your upper body power and speed, along with being able to control speed changes. As I mentioned in the shoulder tendon strengthening video, suggest doing this one on your knees so that you initially have less weight on your hands. That's really important here. So remember that our purpose for this move is tendon strengthening. So stick to doing these from the knees. That's important, okay? So this is going to allow you to do more repetitions and adjust your intensity so that you can control and perform the movement much better. Start off slowly, okay? Do 1 to 2 sets of 5 repetitions and then progress to doing them faster for 2 to 3 sets of 10. Give these moves a try and be sure to check out the description for a link to the article as well as links to the other videos I did, and have a good day. Go easy and slowly work. One more time. Slowly build yourself. Is that these exercises need to be incrementally. Okay. Here you'll begin on. One more time. Works on the wrist flexor complex, and this is associated with medial epicondyle, thinning the elbow tendons to prevent elbow tendonitis. This is part 3 in our connective tissue.